Tannehill here with your Tampa Bay Lightning pregame preview. The Lightning are on game 4 of their 5-game road trip. The Lightning will continue their game stretch in Canada as they face off against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Anthony Cirelli was not in attendance during this morning's skate. Coach Sean Cooper ended up saying that Cirelli will be a game time decision and that he ended up aggravating something during Tuesday night's game against the Montreal Canadiens. Losing a player like Anthony Cirelli in tonight's game definitely wouldn't be ideal for the Lightning, as the Bolts are facing off against third in the league, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Austin Matthews. Speaking of Austin Matthews, he's definitely a player on the Toronto Maple Leafs that the Lightning need to keep an eye out for, as Matthews currently has 17 goals, 11 assists, and 27 points. He's also on a 7-game point streak. The Lightning have a new addition to their team in tonight's game, as on Tuesday, the Lightning ended up picking up Riley Nash off of the Winnipeg Jets waivers. Lightning assistant coach Jeff Halpern ended up saying that Nash is a solid, reliable two-way center. It looks like Nash will have a familiar face in the locker room, as he played a couple games last season with the Toronto Maple Leafs with Zach Bogosian. He ended up saying that Boga was one of the first players to reach out to him. Nash ended up saying that he's trying to find more consistency with his game. He's been pretty steady in the D zone, but he's trying to find more depth in the O zone. You can catch new Bolt Riley Nash in tonight's lineup. It was announced before puck drop that Anthony Cirelli would be out day-to-day with an upper body injury. I think we all kind of knew going into this 5-game road trip that these games would be tough on the guys, especially since they're playing against very physical teams, especially in tonight's game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. I think this is something that we've seen with the Lightning all season, where they've lost big players, but they have managed to find a way to win. So that's something that the Lightning really need to capitalize on in tonight's game. Something that can hurt the Lightning is that Anthony Cirelli is one of the best players in the penalty kill and as well as the power play. So they have to manage to definitely limit their penalties as much as they can, especially playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Something that I mentioned earlier was that the Tampa Bay Lightning would have to be harder on their penalty kill, especially with Anthony Cirelli being out with an upper body injury. Within the first couple of minutes of the first period, Taylor Raddysh was sent to the box for tripping, which led to the Toronto Maple Leafs to open up scoring opportunities early in that first period. That goal was scored by Ondrej Kase. However, Lightning's Belmar ended up finding the back of the net, tying up the game at 1. While the Bolts were on a power play, Steven Stamkos of the Tampa Bay Lightning ended up standing in the right side circle in the Toronto Maple Leaf zone. And Steven Stamkos ended up taking it home for the Lightning as he found the back of the net, making it a 2-1 game in this first period. However, it was William Nylander of the Toronto Maple Leafs who ended up tying up the game once again, and Austin Matthews ended up getting an assist on that goal. The second period was all Tampa Bay Lightning, and probably one of the craziest goals in tonight's game was Ondrej Palat. Steven Stamkos ended up sending a clean pass to Palat, and it seemed that Palat wanted to send the puck to Taylor Raddysh. However, the puck ended up getting deflected off of William Nylander, going right into the net. Taylor Raddysh continues his 3-game goal streak as he finds the back of the net. And I have to remind you that his first NHL goal was this past Saturday against the Boston Bruins. That means he's had 3 goals within the past 4 games. While Mikhail Sergachev thought that Andrei Vasilevskiy had the puck and that the play was over, it turns out that Ondrej Kase ended up scoring on a rebound, putting one up for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Towards the end of the third period, Ondrej Palat ends up scoring on an empty net, helping the Lightning take the 5-3 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Lightning take the 5-3 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs. Captain Steven Stamkos, who is a native of Toronto, Ontario, ends up leaving tonight's game with 4 points. The Lightning will finalize their 5-game road trip this Saturday as they'll be playing against the Ottawa Senators.